I have recreated this style twice now, yes, twice, to tell you how gorgeous it is. The first time was last year. I made it into a long straight jumpsuit for a client, and now I am making it into this beautiful gorgeous top. This upper body style is so beautiful. You can pair it with any lower part style of choice. You can make it into an A-line dress, half or full circle dress, even a place suit. Now if you're interested in knowing how I made this top, then you want to continue watching. So beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Easy Sewing with Tyke. If you're stopping by or seeing this channel for the first time, it's great to have you here. My name is Taiwo, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. Thank you for always engaging on my videos. I appreciate you all so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscribe button. Also, kindly like this video as you would gain value. Put on a post notification in order not to miss out on anything from this channel. Share, okay? Don't enjoy all this goodness alone. Please share. And I also love to know if you'll be recreating this outfit in the comment section. I want to know what you think of it, okay? Now let's get started. This top, you can call it an off-shoulder top with strap. You can also call it a top that has a replaceable shoulder. What it just means is that the top is not starting from the shoulder. The shoulder area is replaced with a strap. So now to put in your vertical measurement, you have to determine how long you want that strap to be, and in my case I want it to be 3 inches. So that is why I'm starting all my measurement from 3 inches. That line you can see there is my start point line. If you prefer for your strap to be longer, then by all means start from where you want your strap to start from, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and put in all my vertical measurements, the chest line, the waist, and the full length of the top, which I represent with the hip line, and just mark all of that across. Now we start putting the horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I'll go ahead and put in the bust circumference, the bust measurement divided by 4. On the waistline as well, the waist measurement that we have divided by 4, I would input that. And on the hip line, that is on the full length of this top, I'm going to go ahead and put in the hip measurement divided by 4 as well. After which I would connect the 3 points together like so, using the dotted line. The shoulder measurements that we're working with is 15. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, because the fabric is unfold at this point. But you want to go ahead and subtract 1 inch from that 7.5, and we are going to have 6.5. This is to make sure that the strap stays firmly on the shoulder. If you just go ahead and put in the shoulder measurement directly there, the strap might tend to be falling off the shoulder, or it should be at the extreme edge, okay? So you want to go ahead and remove 1 inch, or even 1.5, depending on how wide the shoulder of the person you are making this is for, or 1 inch is fine. So I'll go ahead and put in 6.5 at that start point like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw out my armhole curve like so by connecting those 2 lines. After which I'm going to plot out the dart. So I'm just going to put in my bust span measurement at the waistline that way. After which I'll go ahead and measure the start point of the dart and the end point of the dart. The dart is starting from 11, then the dart is ending 2 inches above the hem of the top. I'm going to rule a straight line from the apex of the dart to the end point of the dart like so. After which I'm going to connect it. I came out ½ inch at the sides at the waistline that way. Then from that half inch, I'm going to connect it all the way like so. After which I'm going to have to replace this 1 inch allowance that has been taken out for the dart at the waistline only. Then I will connect the new 3 points together like so, from the bust to the waist to the hip. So at the hem that way, I'm going to come up by 1 inch just to give that hem a bit of a shape, and I'm going to have it curved towards the center like so. The next thing to do to this pattern now is to draft out the front neckline, the depth. So I want the depth of the front neckline to be 6 inches. So I'm going to start taking my measurement from the same 3 inches. So I plotted out 5.5 there. So by the time I'm done turning it with facing, I would have 6 inches. So I want to have like a sweetheart shaped neckline like so. So I'm just going to draw my curve out from the armhole all the way to the center like this. So this is only for the front. This is the front neckline. Now I want to use the same pattern to cut the back too. So before I started plotting, I folded in 1.5 inch. That 1.5 inch is my zipper allowance. So that is the space you can see there. Once I'm done altering this pattern for the back, I'm going to fold it to how it was before to cut out the front. So that is my back neckline. I only came down by 1/2 inch and make it slanted that way. So now it's time to do the back tightening. So I measured out the back half length and I went in by 1/2 inch there. Then I'm going to connect it all the way to the hem and all the way to the chest line like so. After which I would have to replace that 1/2 inch at the side, okay, so as not to have shortage in my measurement. So I'm going to measure out the back half length there also, replace the 1/2 inch that I took in at the zipper area, and I'm just going to connect the 3 points together like so. So everywhere that you see the red marker, it is for the back. It is for the back, okay. Now it's time to cut it out. I'm going to cut it out at everywhere that I have the red marker, which represent the back. So now you might be wondering why the back length is not shorter than the front length, because of course you know the back half length is shorter than the front half length, as you can see when I was doing the back tightening. That is because this top is it's not going to be a fitted top, okay. It's going to be a bit free on the person that is going to wear it. And since the difference between a front half length and a back half length is 1 inch, I decided to leave it as it is, okay. But when you are doing the back tightening, you still have to remeasure the back half length and the front half length. If you don't know how to get your back half length and the front half length, or you are wondering why it is different, then the link to my tutorials for beginners, you will be seeing the playlist. It will be showing you on your screen right now. You just want to check my video on how to take your accurate body measurements, then you would understand what I'm saying. It's time to cut out the back. So I've placed my fabric on fold like so. Then I've gone ahead to add my 1.5 inch allowance at the side. So I'm not going to add any 1/2 inch allowance at the upper part that way. Remember that I said the length of my strap, I want it to be 3 inches. Yes, but I've changed my mind. I want it to be 3.5 inch, okay. That is why I'm not going to add any allowance at this upper part, because by the time I'm done turning that side with my facing, I will have already used 1/2 inch already, okay. But if yours would be 3 inches, please add 1/2 inch to this part that I'm cutting out. I'm not adding any allowance to it because I want my strap length now to be 3.5. So at the lower part, I'm adding 1 inch to fold the hemline. Then at the sides, like I said earlier, I added 1.5 inch allowance. So the rest is the same. I'm just going to cut it through like so. And the back is ready. Now it's time to cut out the front. In order to use this pattern to cut out the front, I'm going to go ahead and fold in the zipper allowance. I don't need it. I will go ahead and cut out the 1/2 inch that was added because of the back tightening. We do not need it at the front. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the front neckline. Afterwards, I'll place this pattern on my fabric on fold. I can go ahead and cut it out. Remember, no 1/2 inch at the upper part because I want my strap height to be 3.5 inch. I added 1 inch at the hem that way for folding, and 1.5 inch allowance at the sides. Now to know the amount of fabric that we need for that pleated design, this is what you want to do. The pleated design is starting from the waistline. So from the waistline that way, you want to measure it all the way to the end. We have 16. Then you want to measure out what you need for the cold shoulder sleeve. So I'll be working with 7 inches, that's 23. And I'll be adding 1 inch extra to it that I'm going to use to join it at the back. You will get to understand this when we get to the sewing machine. So now I have 24. So I'm going to multiply by 24 by either 3 or 2.5 or 4, just to have enough fabric to pleat, okay. So this is what I'm going to pleat, okay. So the length that way is 13 inches. By the time I'm done folding it at the upper part and the lower part, I would arrive at 11. That is the strap. Then this is the front. I'm gonna have to cut out my facing. You can see how it is, and that is the back. I'm gonna have to cut out the facing too. Now it's time to move over to the sewing machine. Starting off, I am sewing the strap. Now remember that I said the length for my strap is 3.5 inch. That is for the front. I will have another 3.5 inch at the back, totaling 7 inch, right? Then I added 1 inch to it, half inch to join this strap to the front and half inch to join to the back, to make up a total of 8 inch. So the length that I have there is 8 inches, and the width that I have there is about 0.8. So I'm going to trim it off and cut it out. And of course I have two of it, one for the right hand side and one for the left hand side. And the two straps has been turned inside out. So what I'm going to do now is to push that joining. I'm going to push it to the center, to the middle, that way it's not going to fall at the side. So this part that does not have any joining is going to be what is going to show on the outer part, and this side that has joining, that has been pushed to the center, is going to be what is going to face the body, the skin. Okay, so you're not going to see this outside at all. So I'm just going to secure it at the two ends. I've gone ahead to replicate the exact dart markings that I made on the pattern paper on the fabric. I have chalked it out. So all I have to do now is just to sew in the dart. So tying the thread this way is another great way to secure your dart if you are finding it difficult to backstitch the dart. Now that I'm done with the dart, the next thing to do is to fix the facing to the neckline. But before I do that, I want to attach the strap so that the strap can be neatly placed in between the main bodice and the facing. So here is what you want to do. You want the right side of the strap to be facing the right side of the fabric this way. Then you are going to secure it. So you want to move it half inch away from the edge, because we are still going to use that half inch to turn the armhole. Okay, so you want to secure it this way, like half inch away from the edge, like so. Now it's time to place the facing. You can see that I've gone ahead to hem the lower part of the facing already. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it using half an inch all the way, like so. Then you want to make sure that you notch the center this way, after which I'm going to top stitch on the facing, like so. Now it's time to turn the armhole with the facing. Though the facing that I cut out cannot turn all of the armhole, but I'm still going to turn it with the one which it can, and the remaining part I'm going to hem it. So I'm going to sew it by half an inch, like so. And this is what we have so far. So you can see that place that is joined is the one that is facing the wrong side, and the place that does not have a joining is facing the right side. So you can see that the strap is sandwiched in between the facing and the main fabric. So now this is the back. I've gone ahead to join it together at the zipper area. I've taken in the dart. I've fixed the facing, but I left small space where I'm going to attach the strap so that it can be sandwiched in between the facing and the main back as well, so as to achieve a neat finish. So I'll be doing that now. After sewing, I will turn it out like so, and this is what I have. So you can see that the strap has been sandwiched neatly. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure what I have there to confirm the strap length, which in my case is 7 inches. Now that the strap has been secured, it's time to chalk out where we are going to have our plates. So where you can see the pink pin, that is the half length. So that is where the plate is going to start from. Okay, so the plate is not starting from the hem. The plate is starting from the half length, like I mentioned on the cutting table. It is when we are done with the plate that is going to fall towards the hem, like so. So it's not like the plate is starting from the hem. So you want to take note of that. Then you want to locate the midpoint, okay, of the dart. So you want to locate the center so you can chalk out. Just give it a curve like so. Just follow through with the design that you have at the neckline, that way. So I've chalked out mine. I don't know if it's visible. So now it's time to start pleating. Now here's the fabric that I'm going to pleat. You can see that I folded neatly at the edge, at the upper part, and at the lower part. So I've gotten to the edge, to the armhole where the strap is, that way. So from here onwards, I'm just going to be pleating the fabric only. Okay, I'm going to be pleating a length of 7 inches. That is going to form the cold shoulder sleeve. So I'm not pleating this on anything. I'm just going to pleat the fabric only, like so, till I have 7 inches, and the 1 inch that I'm going to use to attach it to the back, so in total 8 inch. Now that I'm done plaiting, all I have to do is to bring the edge this way and just place it on top of the strap. The distance should not be more than 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to secure it with the pin to show you how it's going to look like. So this is what you want to have. Now these 7 inches that form this coat shoulder is based off the measurement that I'm working with, so you have to factor in your own measurement. Yours can be 10 inches, it can be 12. So this is it. I'm just going to place it this way. You can see that I have 1 inch there, so I'm going to attach the edge on the at the lower part of the strap, like so. Now using the same process, I'm going to make the platings at the second side also. We're done with the plate. So now it's time to go ahead and fix the zip. So I'm going to make sure that the right side of the zipper faces the right side of the fabric, and I'm just going to sew as close as possible to the teeth of the zip that way, and I'm going to achieve a neat finish, just like so. This is it. The zip has been neatly fixed. The next thing to do now is to finish it off at the hem, to fold in the hem, but because it's a curved hem line, not a straight one, I'll be sewing it 1/2 inch first. I'll trim off the excess that I have, like so. Then I'll be folding it in at the second time using 1/2 inch. Remember that I added 1 inch for the folding at the hem. I'll go ahead and input the bust measurement, the waist measurement, and the hip measurement, and I'm going to join both the front and the back together at the sides. So this is what I have. The top is ready, that is the back, and this is how the front looks like. And that will be all for today. Now, did you gain value? Did you learn something new? Did you enjoy the tutorial? If the answer to all of this is yes, then kindly let me know in the comment below. Hit the like button, also share. Okay, you don't want to enjoy all of this alone, and subscribe if you are yet to. You can also follow me on other social media platforms. It's Easy Sewing with Tyke. Till I see you in my next tutorial. Bye.